Ouch, I fucking just hit my head on my mic. God damn it, fucking. Hello everyone, Millers is here, bringing you news about the most recent siblings of the fantasy extraction, looter, shooter, whatever, insert keyword here, game genre, Mistfall. There are loads of good things to say. First of all, for a playtest, hey, ain't so bad. That's a lot of content, I'd say, for like a free random demo I downloaded off of the deepest depths of Steam. And for a random game that just came out, that shit has more content than Dark and Darker, after 3 years of development. Take notes, SDF. The themes are beautiful in my opinion. It has this Dark Souls kind of air to it. You know, that gritty, dark, gray,
boring color palette
that some people absolutely thirst for. Personally, I don't mind it. It looks pretty dope. The environmental storytelling is absolutely fucking insane for a PvP focused centric game. I'm going to be real. Didn't give a single shit about the lore. I just followed the funny little Birdman of the tutorial, just telling me what to do. A tutorial for a playtest was actually kind of surprising. My jaw legitimately dropped after I saw the opening cinematic when I picked my class. That was sick as fuck. Like, if AI squashing the rest of humanity means we can get tutorials and playtests in 2025, dude, fucking sign me up for the Skynet Sacrifice Altar right now. So it's an extraction game. I'm not going to go into details because 90% chance that you're also a recipe from Dark and Darker. And if you're not aware of the formula, you go in, kill monsters, kill players, kill potentially yourself. And if you manage to do step 1 and step 2 without doing step 3, you get to leave your match with all of your hard-earned schmeckles. Another cool thing that I'd like to point out is the environment. The sheer amount of stuff they give you to play with is absolutely astonishing. You got stuff like functioning ladders, portals that kind of remind me of Borderlands 2 fast travel, elevators, etc, you know, the works, everything you need to cause chaos around like a little gremlin. Of course, like every game in 2025, we need a PUBG gas ring, or else what would you even make a game to begin with, right? And the PvE feels smooth as butter. Enemies all telegraph their patterns pretty decently, and you get to see unblockable attacks by that big red aura that they have before charging it. Yeah, those are called anger attacks. Trust me, you don't want to get hit by the anger attacks. Even though the class-specific equipment is quite lackluster at the moment, we're talking like a singular set of weapons, maybe 2 if you're lucky, followed by a singular type of armor for each slot, they still let you pimp out your build in a unique way. They use a system of your active abilities being set by what weapon you have in hand, so you get loads of variety, and each of those weapons have an ability tree that you can unlock new active abilities in, and each of those active abilities unlock upgrade trees that allow you to upgrade the passives of those abilities. What fucking game are we playing? Are we playing WoW? Are we playing World of Warcraft? Fucking damn. You can also upgrade your camp once you're in the lobby. The camp upgrades give you bonuses to either in-game stuff like your healing horn or your stash space, or, you know, access to more shops, yada yada yada. Those upgrades require you building materials, which you find in-game. They're kind of like the trinkets, right? And you can choose to either keep them to upgrade your shit, fucking Clash of Clans gameplay, or you can sell them for more money! This game caters to cracked up zoomers that need constant casino-like stimuli to even stay mildly interested. That's me. I'm the one they're catering to. Another thing I'd like to add is that the devs have been very responsive to content creators and to players as a whole. SDF, take notes. This will all be on the test, by the way. And globally, we've been heard. We've had a couple of bug fixes in the past few days, and the devs have been talking to us thoroughly. Now, it's time for the bad. First of all, the game as a whole feels unresponsive. Probably a server-sided thing, but it still needs urgent fix. Dodges have a weird half-a-second cooldown when you're done with them, and the shield doesn't raise properly. So, and I'm not even talking about the desync, which is frankly horrible, but you know, like every game in playtest, there's a shit ton of polishing to do, but nothing out of the ordinary, I'd say. Secondly, the stagger-based combat is just unfun. Killing or getting killed both result in a one-sided stun lock. I never felt good in a PvP fight, either by winning it or losing it. It just felt like a complete match of whack-fuck, to be honest. Me left-clicking on the opponent, left-clicking too, and whoever gets the stun lock in just wins. That was just... So yeah, the combat needs some work. And the fact that ranged attacks also stagger makes melee classes feel pretty pointless in trios. So they either need to remove the PvP stagger altogether, or to make it less frequent, by either making it only on certain abilities instead of the base attacks, or by adding a poster meter that gets drained until it breaks and results in a stagger, something like seafood. In this part I won't mention the lack of content, because first of all, for a playtest, pretty beefy, you know? I didn't get bored in the couple of days I played it. And it's an obvious thing for playtest. Of course you don't get the finished fucking game, that's why they're testing it, you idiot. Now it's time for the scary. And like I mentioned earlier, this game has a very mobile game-y vibes to its menus, with a constant stream of rewards, all of the different menus and upgrades you can do, and all of the micromanaging, all of the buffs and upgrades, etc. that are all present, and that all have those sweet little yellow ticks for you to click on. That really feels like a setup for a predatory system, and as we know, in the big year 2025, no game is safe from pay to win. Or look at Dark and Darker, for example. And I really hope that this game doesn't fall to pay to win shenanigans, because, well, it's a good game. Even by playing alone, I had a blast. And I'm sure that if you try the game, you'll have a blast too. There's just so many things that you can do. It's impossible not to have fun. And Mistfall has a ton of potential to revive the whole fantasy extraction looter genre. And I'll be watching it from the corner of my eye, as long as it doesn't do anything frivolous with pay to win, of course. Hope that I meet some of y'all to wreck in the Gilden Mist.
Please subscribe, I need to pay my rent.